Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome to Sin Stuff. Today I'm in Amelia Island, Florida, and I'm on the Egan Trail. I'm hoping to see an alligator because I've never seen an alligator in the wild before, and it says there are alligators here. So far I have not seen one. And the reason for this video is that SpectraLayers 11 was released today. I use SpectraLayers primarily for noise reduction, so recordings such as this that have wind and I can hear surf because the ocean's not far away, lots of bugs and things in the background that I can then just get rid of and have just a voice remaining that almost sounds as good as if I had a lav mic on. So we'll see if that works. I'm going to try that with this recording here. We'll turn it on, see if it works. Coming up. So I'm going to try it here with this recording. I'll turn on SpectraLayers and see what happens. I don't know. I honestly can't tell whether SpectraLayers 11 with its new AI powered noise reduction is going to make that much of a difference with this sound. Here's a very loud insect over there. We'll get rid of that. And then I'll go try it on the beach later on after I've finished looking for alligators. I haven't seen any alligators yet here anywhere. I honestly can't tell whether SpectraLayers 11 with its new AI powered noise reduction is going to make that much of a difference with this sound. Here's a very loud insect over there. We'll get rid of that. And then I'll go try it on the beach later on after I've finished looking for alligators. I haven't seen any alligators yet here anywhere. But I'm told they are definitely here. I don't know what that is. It's a great big bird though. His wings stretched out. See if he'll let me get any closer before he takes off. He's a little nervous about me being here. Look at the neck on him. So I'm gonna have to look up and see what this bird is. I'll put the name of it on the screen if I find out. What a weird looking bird. I'm actually down here to get the annual inspection done on my airplane. I've been here since Saturday. It's now Wednesday. I had planned to fly home today, but the weather had other ideas with a bunch of thunderstorms back home, which is not good for flying. So I'm here in Florida for a few more days. I'm going to fly back on Saturday instead. And while I'm here, I thought, well, I'll go explore some of the nature and the wildlife and see if I can see myself a gator. Here's a little turtle getting some sun. It's peeking out at me. Lots of wildlife around here. There's a particularly loud bug in the background here you can hear. Let's see how well SpectraLayers gets rid of that. So now I'm talking with that bug in the background. I don't know. We'll see in post whether it actually gets rid of the noise or not. Let's get rid of SpectraLayers now. And here's what it sounds like without any processing. It is really hot out here. It's 84 degrees, 85 degrees, but 100% humidity, and yeah, whew, hot, hot, hot. So this is where I saw all the crabs before. As soon as they see you, they run and hide. But I'm going to see if I can sneak up on a few and see them. Maybe if I move really slowly, they won't see me. Because as soon as they see you, they all scuttle away. Alright, so now I'm going to move and they'll all scuttle away. Here's another one like that, but he's black. And he's up sitting on this dam, obviously fishing, looking for fish. Oh, there's a fish just jumped out of the water right there. Oh my god, it's a gator. It's an alligator. I finally saw a real alligator in the wild, and there's a turtle right next to him. He's watching me. I think I'll just move away from here, because he's faster than I am. I think he just ate a turtle. He looked like he was crunching it. I'd say he's probably about 6 to 8 feet long. And this is about as close as I want to get to him. Alright, so that was finally a success. I got to see a gator and I got to see him eating a turtle. I didn't get it on video, but I got a couple good action shots of him crunching that turtle that was on the log and came down there. Alright, so now I'm going to hop in the Jeep and I'm going to drive down to the beach and we'll try to get some audio. Actually, I'll try it right here because there's a lot of noise here. We got cars driving by, bugs up in the trees, and they should go away. So let's go drive down to the beach. We'll get some sounds of surf and whatnot and see how well SpectraLayers can do with that. So driving in a Jeep with open windows and wind, shifting gears. Let's see how SpectraLayers does with this. So I'm driving down the road, talking at it. There's a lot of wind in here. We'll see if it can deal with the noise and pick up my voice as we see some pelicans flying over there. Hello, pelicans. All right, this is going to be very challenging because I can already tell you there's a lot of wind here. So we can cross over to the beach. Here, this is where we are. We're going to need a beach. And we're going to walk out to the beach. It is very, very windy. And we got wind and surf sounds. So let's see how well SpectraLayers can deal with that. So here I am walking out on the beach. I'm going to switch on SpectraLayers now. And I'm going to continue. Here I am at the top of these steps here. There's a lot of wind. I can hear the surf. I don't know how well it's going to actually knock out the wind noise because the wind noise is a lot of low frequency energy that takes up a lot of your audio bandwidth in your signal. But it is a beautiful view here. Wow, this is really windy. I have a feeling I'm not going to get much of anything out of this. I mean, SpectraLayers is pretty great at recovering audio, but when there's very little audio there to recover in the first place, it doesn't do so good. You got to have something to work with. I love seeing these pelicans flying crabbed into the wind, just like an airplane landing with a crosswind. You can see the salt spray in the air in the distance there. It is a very windy day today. I do not think I'm going to be out in the water in this kind of weather. There's going to be some awful rip currents in those waves today. Alright, so this is my test here with wind and surf sounds. Now I'm going to turn SpectraLayers off, and you can hear going this direction what it sounds like where I'm facing the camera, and it's using my front microphone settings, and we still have quite a bit of wind noise and surf noise. And let's turn it back on. So this is now talking with SpectraLayers noise reduction in place. Hopefully it's got rid of most of the wind and surf sounds. I'm really eager to hear how well it does with this recording, so we'll see. So that's the outdoor portion of this test. Next we're going to go and use it to unmix one of my tracks to see how well it does in pulling individual instruments out and giving us basically stems from a fully mixed track. All right, so I'm going to take the audio from this video that I recorded today. I'm going to load it into SpectraLayers there,
And you can see that in the beginning here, I've got some lower frequency with a bunch of bugs in the background. This high frequency sound up here, you can see it here as well. And if I play it, you can hear those bugs up in the top end there. And then down here where I'm at the beat, you hear a lot of wind noise. So let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to get voice away from all this noise. And I think what we're going to use, well, we have unmixed noisy speech. That's a possibility. What if we do that one, I wonder? This is my hopelessly underpowered laptop. I don't know if you can hear the fan is absolutely going nuts. How about voice denoise? I mean, this one seemed to work, but let's give this one as a try as well. All right, I mean, that sounds like it's going to work as well. Yes, I know the CPU is too slow. So let's say we can say strong, moderate. Let's say moderate. And we're just going to go with that preset and apply. This is going to take a while probably because, like I said, this laptop is hopelessly too slow to be running this. My DAW PC at home with all kinds of graphics card. Actually, that's a good point. I wonder if this is configured to use graphics card. Yeah, GPU. Interface display system. AI processing device, CPU. I guess maybe we could try to say Intel. Oh, it doesn't have enough memory. Okay, so this hopelessly underpowered laptop is not going to be able to do the speeding up that I want to do. My DAW PC at home would just make quick work of this, but for now we're just going to click apply, and then we will sit here and wait while it chews through about 14 minutes of audio. All right, that took 25 minutes to process on this horrendously underpowered, slow computer. All right, so let's export that, and then I will import that into this video, and we'll go from there. I'm going to close this project, and now I'm going to import a track that I did a couple years ago. So this is a cover version of an Endgame song. And if we listen to it. All right, so I'm going to unmix this. Well, you know what? Let's pick a selection that has vocals in it. Unmixed chorus, so we can preview the lead vocals. All right, so let's try unmixing the backing vocals. Interesting. So it did pick up the backing vocals there, but it also had the background instruments in it as well. I see that. Crowd noise, drums, levels, multi-channel. We have multiple voices. Unmixed voices, multiple voices is cool. It will actually learn the sound of different voices, and it will unmix them into multiple tracks, even if people are talking over top of each other. Well, let's do unmixed song. So we have vocals, drums. We don't have any guitar in there. I do have piano. I have sax and brass, kind of. I guess we have other, but I don't know what that is. But okay, so the last one we did was a 13-minute file. We did noise reduction, and it took 24 minutes to process that on this slow PC. Here we've got a song that is about 5 minutes, and we're going to do this song unmix. Let's go ahead and start it and see how it works.
Okay, wow, that took 25 minutes to do on this very slow computer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remote into my DAW PC at home, and I'm going to run the same process through the same song because I have a fast GPU in that machine. I'm going to see how fast it actually runs there. So let's have a listen to this. All right, so we have the unmixed track here. We can see we have vocals, drums, piano, sax and brass, bass, other. I don't know if it'll actually pick up anything for sax and brass because there isn't any in this song, but let's see. That's vocals. That works. That's definitely picked out the vocals there. And there's some piano. So there's definitely piano in here. The piano that I used in here was from the Phantom. I changed the sound that I used. I made it quite a bit more bright than it was originally. It's definitely picked the piano out of that track very well. How about over here? This part here, the piano is much more buried. If I unsolo the piano, you can hear it's really buried in that mix. So let's try and see what we get. Yeah, it's definitely struggling to pull the piano out of the mix there. All right, how about bass? This bass looks like it's in red. Oh, that's very clear. There's a little bit of muffling in and out, but that's really excellent. Up to the drums. Wow, that is almost like an actual stem track. Wow, it even got the reverse reverb on the cymbal that I did there. So that's impressive that it's picked all of that out. Okay, well, sax and brass. Is there anything there? Not much. So it's picked out some of the synth sounds as sax and brass. Actually, it's picked out one synth sound, which is a brassy synth sound. So it's interesting. And then we have other, which is, I don't know what, everything else maybe? Okay, so it's a few of the synthesizer parts. A little bit muffled. Vocals. And let's see how it's picking out these vocals here. It definitely picked up the sampled ah sound here. So it picked that up, and it seems there's something here. It picked up a little bit of the bass sound. How about here?
Stay my mind to take you all right through the night. You always waiting long, I'll wait for you.
Wow, that's pretty good.
But these people, they will come across the skies, they'd rather walk another mile.
So it's definitely picked up the lead and the backing vocal.
These people, they will come across the skies, they'd rather walk another mile. You're first, you're last.
I don't know how much I like having my vocals out and bare in the mix like that. I prefer really to bury them in the mix, but and there's that sampled ah.
First, you're last.
I mean, it does keep the reverb in there, and I think I could probably unreverb it if I needed to, because I've used that already, the voice D reverb, which works quite well. And I have no problem using this and importing it to another track. I mean, it's you got the little swirly sound, but it definitely comes out enough that if you were to put that back into a mix, it would work well. I mean, you could almost use this just to a remix.
These people, they will come across the skies, they rather walk another mile. Look, these people, they will come across the skies, they rather walk another mile. You're first, you're last, you're everything for everything.
All right, I'm pretty impressed. This is far and away better than SpectraLayers 10 in terms of the quality of the extraction. And you'll notice the unmixed song I did high quality, but there is an extreme quality as well. I'm not going to attempt that on this because it took 25 minutes on high, so it's probably going to take hours if I do extreme. I'll probably do that in another video in the future, but just leaving it on the default high quality, the unmixing is exceptional.
All right, I have remoted into my DAW PC at home. Let's make sure that it is actually set up to, or you do these preferences. So let's make sure that my DAW PC is set up to use the card. Let's see here, AI processing device CPU. We're going to use the NVIDIA GeForce for processing. All right, so on this one, we're going to unmix song. So I did the same as before. I selected guitar and I selected sax and brass. And we're going to hit apply and see how long this takes. Yeah, that's significantly faster. Interesting that it gets to 98% and then it just stops there for a minute. I know on my laptop when I did it, it sat at 98% and just spinning the cursor like that for several minutes after it had finished. That said, using this slow laptop that I normally only use for web browsing, and it has a very old limited CPU in it that took 25 minutes. It took my DAW PC using the NVIDIA GPU, I think it was at 1 minute and 15 seconds. It's the same thing that my laptop took 25 minutes to do. So significantly faster. If you are going to be using SpectraLayers Pro, you want something with a fast CPU and that has a GPU. Now my DAW PC is a 32-core Ryzen CPU with an NVIDIA GPU, so it's a fairly powerful machine. Your mileage may vary if you are using a slower PC. And of course, if you're using a PC like this old Dell, then you're going to have some time to spare. So again, this is still sitting here at 98%, just doing I don't know what, but it's doing something. And this is almost as long as it took to process the entire track. So that's interesting. We're almost at 2 minutes here. No, now we're over 2 minutes for a 5-minute song. Okay, so yeah, 2 minutes and 3 seconds to unmix that song. And basically the same results as we had before, obviously, except it's much faster. All right, so that's SpectraLayers in the studio.
All right, that's it for this video. A little bit of a different video from Fernandina Beach, Florida. I'll be hopefully heading home in a couple of days. I wanted to get a video out for SpectraLayers, but being that I'm not getting home today like I expected, I'm going to have to do this remotely. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to actually edit this video later on. But hopefully this was at least educational, if not entertaining. I finally got to see an actual real-life alligator, and he was eating a turtle. What do you know? So that was exciting. And I got to see some birds and stuff. I got to go for a hike for, I guess it was about 2.5 miles I did, and I had enough. It's hot. So anyway, I hope you like this video. Hope you entertained. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, leave them in the comments section below. And if you did like this video, click like, subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? Then you get notified every time I post a new video. And there's an airplane going by, so I better take a video of it. That's it. Thanks for watching.